should be a red light on there. There is. Right. I'll give you the word picture.
Yep.
I've had some lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before.
Mm-hmm.
Which is quite lucky, really, isn't it? Not only joking. He has got the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls.
Okay.
I've got my test coming up in about 2.5 weeks. So I want you to treat me as a pupil at a trained level.
Okay.
He said today he was going to look at my judgment of speed and my general road positioning.
Okay.
Could be a bit of hesitancy in there as well, yeah?
Yep.
So you clear with that one?
Yep.
Yeah, so what level am I?
You're trained.
Yeah.
Test in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
You're looking at judgment of speed, bit of hesitancy, and normal road positioning.
Yeah, the subject itself on the paperwork is called
Progress.
Hesitancy, Normal Road Positioning. But most of the examiners will introduce it judgment of speed and general road positioning, yeah?
Okay.
So, is there any questions you want to ask me about the subject before we go on the roll?
The fact that I don't want to do it. No.
Is it one you've ever been off before?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't done any of them.
So I'll give you a penny, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Hi, Tony. My name's Nadia.
Hello, Nadia.
I heard you got a test in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, really nervous.
Your instructor couldn't make it today, so I'm taking over his
I
lesson.
think he's gone watching the tennis, I think.
Okay, and we're looking at judgment of speed,
Yeah.
hesitancy, and normal road position.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what does judgment of speed mean to you?
Oh, it means the appropriate speed for the road, doesn't it, and the conditions.
Okay. And how do you judge whether it's... God, I can't even remember anything. My mind's gone blank.
Good. Should I set myself up on you while
Yeah.
you're having to think? Right. Yep.
What can you see from your middle mirror?
I can't see a lot, but I can square the whole back window. I can see a bit of my head restraint and a bit of yours.
And your left mirror?
Again, I can't see a lot, but I can see the door handles, and I can see it's at roughly at the right height where I normally have it with Bob.
Okay.
And the same in that one.
Okay. Well, just before we go, I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
All right, yeah.
Normal road positioning. What is your normal road positioning when you're driving along a normal road?
Oh, it's about a metre from the curb or the middle of my lane, Bob always says.
Okay, and if you were to go left, where would you position yourself?
Oh, I'm okay with left and right hand turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's my general road positioning, my position for normal driving.
Okay, so why is it important to stay in the middle of the road? About a metre away from the curb. Why is that important?
Oh, well, if I got too close to the curb, I could hit it, couldn't I?
And if you went too close to the white line?
Oh, I could get hit by a car coming towards me, couldn't I?
Okay, brilliant. And if you're at a roundabout, how do you know whether it's safe to go or not?
When I see a gap.
Okay, and how else do you judge it? Does T-junctions come into that as well? Kind of like hesitancy?
Yeah, could do, yeah.
Okay.
So hesitancy is either lack of preparation or lack of judgment, yeah?
Okay.
I'll actually show you how to handle both of them.
Okay. You're at a 30-mile road. You can see a school sign ahead of you. What speed would you be travelling at?
I'd probably take a bit of speed away because the fact there's probably school children around.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, in that case, let's go and see how we get on.
So we're going to turn right out the parking bay and left at the end.
Okay, so we're going to go right at the parking bay and left at the end. How are you judging your normal road positioning?
Oh, I just know it.
Okay.
Yeah, to drive for about 7 months now.
So what speed should you be travelling at? What speed limit is this road?
Oh, 30.
Okay, and what speed should you be travelling
I'll keep it about 18 because it's a nice day, nice Sunday drive, isn't it?
at? Okay, but do you know why it's important to stick to the speed limit if you can see that it's clear to be at that speed limit?
No.
Okay, so if there's someone behind you right now, you'd be forcing them to probably overtake you.
Roundabout left.
Roundabout, could you go?
Oh, I don't mind if they overtake me.
Do you know the dangers of them having to overtake you?
Well, they get ahead of me, don't they? Get past me.
You're forcing them to go into oncoming traffic.
Oh yeah, but they make sure it's safe first, don't they?
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to build up speed.
Oh, right.
By the time you get to that lamppost, I want you to be at least about 24.
Oh. I think what you were trying to get at there, coming out of road, was that if I'm driving way too slow for the conditions,
Yeah.
people behind me are going to get frustrated.
Frustrated, yeah.
And if they get frustrated, then they might try and overtake me in a dangerous position like now.
It's just the heat. I'm telling you, I'm blaming the heat.
It's nice. and
I'm
cool.
switched off.
It's nothing to do with the fact you didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock this morning, no?
Yeah, no.
It's going to go straight on, which is right and then immediately left.
Okay, I'd like you to go straight on, which is right, and then immediately left. Is it safe to go?
Oh yeah.
How are you judging it?
Yeah, I saw that Porsche there, looking at other Porsche car, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've got some Porsche cars around here, didn't you?
you do. So why is it important that when you can go and you can see a gap to go, for you to actually go, proceed and carry on going? Why do you think that's important?
Oh, people behind would toot the horn at me, wouldn't they?
Yep, and what else could that cause?
I've had some funny hand signals given to me.
The thing is, if you annoy him and irritate him, they might actually be forced to overtake you, and at that time you might decide to go, they might decide to go, and you're both going in the same direction.
Oh, right.
So it's
I
very
follow that.
important, if it's safe to go, for you to go.
Roundabout left.
Roundabout, I'd like you to go left. So if you look well ahead, you can see no one's coming, carry on looking, safe to go, off you go. So do you see why it's important now to go if it's safe to?
Right.
It's a question.
Sorry?
I got it as a
Now we're going to
question.
turn right.
And I'd like you to turn right.
So you want me to do 30 along here, didn't you?
Can you see behind this bend?
No?
Okay, so do you know the rule is drive at a distance you can see to be clear.
Oh, so
And if you can
so
look
it's not
well
always
down-
safe to do 30.
So it's not
then?
always safe to do 30.
Oh, right.
But if it is and you can look well ahead and you can see the road is clear, then stick to the speed limit of the road.
Oh, right. And we're going to turn right.
And I'd like you to turn right. So if you were in a narrow road with cars parked on both sides and the speed limit of that road was 30, what sort of speed would you be travelling at?
Oh, probably a bit less, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and why is that?
I think Bob says less space, less pace or something like that.
Yep. And why is it less pace, less space, less pace?
Oh, because I have to be able to stop in the distance, like you see. I think he explained not only ahead, but to the sides as well.
Yep. So what's the speed limit at this road?
40.
Okay, and what you're going to be
I
driving?
could do 40 here, couldn't I?
You could, yeah.
I can see right down to that roundabout, couldn't I?
But
At the
because
roundabout, we're going to turn left.
I'd like you to turn left to the roundabout. So looking right ahead, when is it safe to go?
Well, safe now, isn't it?
Yep. And how do you know that?
I can see it was clear.
So why is it important to go when it's clear to go?
Not to frustrate people, do I?
Yep. And what would that cause them to do?
Oh, they might overtake me one day.
And what are the dangers of that?
They might overtake me dangerously as I'm out to the junction.
Okay, well, what's your normal driving position?
No, that I'm in now, waiting for the curb.
Okay, and how are you judging that?
I think I just know it.
And what are the dangers of being too close to the white line?
Oh, you get hit by an oncoming car, couldn't it?
Yep, and what you're doing is you're driving too close to the white line. Do you know what the dangers of that could be?
If you don't get me back over, I know I'm probably going to die.
Yep, so I'd like you to stay towards me and straighten up. And if you look ahead, you can see the tram lines, track lines. Can you see those?
Kind of.
Yep. So if you stay to the centre of those, you'll know you're in the middle. If you drive on top of them,
I can see that dark shady bit.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking
Yeah, well, you want me to drive on that?
about. I want you to drive. I want that to be in the middle of this car.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, trouble is though, you don't get that on all roads, do
You
you?
don't always get it on all roads. So what you can do is you can have a quick glance on both your side mirrors.
Alright.
And quick glance just to see
Oh.
that it's equal distance between the white line and your car, basically. So you want to be a metre away from the curb and about a metre
I look
away.
in the both door mirrors, I got an equal distance from where?
Equal distance from the lines, so you know you're in the centre.
Yeah, I see a line here. An equal distance between what 2 points then?
You want to be a metre away from the curb, and you want to be roughly the same distance from that white line as
it's
well.
very hard to tell a metre in those mirrors, isn't it?
Yeah, so help.
Do you mean I should be an equal distance from the curb and an equal distance?
Distance from that, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Did you, when you were doing T-junctions, you've obviously done T-junctions.
Yeah.
Did you manage to get a reference point for normal road positioning?
I don't think I ever come up with T-junctions, really.
Sorry?
I don't think that came up on T-junctions,
Oh,
really.
generally in your normal road positioning, did you manage to pick up a reference point by any chance?
I think I probably had one in the early stages. I just must.
Do you remember what that reference point was?
No, and I just must have misplaced it.
Okay, well what we do is if we get a chance to go into a quiet road, we'll try picking up a reference point. So if there are no track lines...
I remember Bob when he done it 6-7 months ago. He done it on the move.
Oh, did you do it on the move?
Yeah.
Okay, so
He
if
said to me, he said, Tony, don't take your hands off the wheel and don't
Yep.
point.
That was good.
And he got me to get into the
Okay,
position.
what's the speed limit of this road?
40, just coming into 30.
Okay. So what are you going to be travelling at?
What's the speed limit?
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so he got me into
yeah.
position. He said, don't take your hands off the wheel, don't
Okay.
point. And he asked me where the curb cut into the car.
Okay, so if you can not take your hands off the wheel, don't point.
All right.
Where does that curb cut into the car?
Nearly in line with the
At
hazard
that point here. Yep.
Nearly in line with the hazard warning light button.
Okay, so if you keep an eye on that, you'll know, because right now you're in the correct
Oh,
road
right,
positioning.
yeah.
So if this looking in the side mirrors doesn't work and there's no track lines, you can always make sure you're in the correct
Yeah,
road
I'm finding
position.
those mirrors very useful. Bob's never told me that one.
Okay, well that's really good. If that's working for you, that's brilliant.
So that's really important, yeah?
It's really important. Do you know why it's important to be actually in the centre?
Yeah, because
Why do we not want to be too close to
I never
the curb?
noticed it before, but I noticed them cars coming towards me that the wing mirror was nearly going to just about touch each other with. I felt my wing mirror was going to touch their wing mirror.
And what if you were too close to the curb? What the dangers
left.
there? And I'd like you to say that. So if you're too close to the curb, what the dangers there?
I suppose I could hit the curb, couldn't I?
Yep, and what else could, if there were pedestrians walking down?
Oh, if I hit the curb, I suppose I could mend the curb, couldn't I?
Yeah. And again, if there was like those pedestrians walking down there, if you mounted the curb, what would the dangers of that be? Pedestrians are walking along the road.
Okay, the pedestrians, wouldn't I?
That's it. We don't want to be doing that, do we?
I know on my push bike, I used to always get loads of punctures. I used to drive right in the gutter there, because all the nails and that and bits and pieces just lie there, don't they?
Yep, so you know the importance of it. What we can do is we're going to keep an eye on that now. Let's see how those reference points are working out for you.
We're going to take the next turning to the right, please.
And I'd like you to take the next turn to the right, please.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember, isn't it?
It is, but gradually it does become a way of life.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting a bit nervous with my test coming up, isn't it?
I think you'll be fine. If you make sure you have a quick glance, whatever works for you, whether it be at the reference point, be it a quick glance in the side mirrors, you obviously are aware of the dangers of it. Remind me
Yeah.
again what the dangers are of being too close to the curb.
I didn't go too close to the curb, did I?
So what are the dangers of being too close to the white line?
No, I don't really want to hit the cars coming towards me, do I?
That's it.
And we're going to turn left.
And I'd like it to turn left. So what sort of speed are you going to be travelling at on this
All
road?
right, yeah, I see what you mean now. I'm going to keep to about 18 here,
Why is that important?
because I got no time to react here, have I?
Yep. Why
And we're going to
might
turn right.
and I'd like you to turn right. And why mightn't you need time to react to me?
Somebody could walk out or a door could open or
That's
a car
it.
move away.
Kid that just went past on that
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah, so I see what you mean now. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm trying to get my words out.
I do something wrong?
Yep. Basically, when you stop, you've always got to prepare yourself to go at the same time.
Oh, I did.
And if there is a safe gap, it's always best to go. You've got to look both directions. Now, what did you do wrong there?
Yeah, tell you, mate. I didn't think I'd done anything wrong.
Right. You started moving as that car was coming.
Oh, I was creeping and peeping.
I guess you were, weren't you? Locked that. Okay, select first gear. Why is it
All right.
important to select first gear?
Oh, I just needed to pull away first gear, didn't I?
Yep. Why could you not pull away in second gear?
Well, I could at some junctions, but I stopped, didn't I?
Yep. And if you were to pull away in second gear, what would happen? What would it cause the car to do?
Well, sometimes I pulled away in second gear
Have you? And
when it's an open junction. I tell you, mate.
that's had your car stopped, or was your car still moving?
Yeah, it was still moving.
Yep. So if your car stops and you were to pull away in second gear, it cause your car to stall.
Oh, I could stall, yeah.
Yep. And do you know what the dangers of stalling are?
I didn't pull away in second gear, did I?
Yeah, but you were hesitating a little bit, weren't you? Taking a while to actually select first gear, weren't you?
Am I?
Yeah.
Can you help me with that?
Yep, I will do.
What do I need to do differently?
So what I want you to do is, if you're at a junction where
And
you
turn
may
right.
need to stop, I'd like you to turn right. What I'd like you to do is prepare to stop, but be ready to go by selecting first gear. So
But I am selecting first gear.
you're taking a while to select first gear, so you remember how to select first gear? Yeah?
Am I getting first gear too late?
Yes.
Do I need to get it on approach?
Yeah. So your speed matches your gears.
All right.
And if you're at a slow speed, about walking pace, it's okay to do that in first gear, isn't it?
Now we're going to turn right.
And I'd like you to turn right. So about here, I'd like you to select first gear.
Oh, that's about 1.5 car lengths away.
Yep. So if you select first gear now, as you're preparing to stop, that you could be ready to go.
Then we're creep and peep.
Yep.
But I'm not causing any inconvenience to anybody by doing that. with
Well,
the
you
gears, am I?
could be, because if there was a car behind you and you're taking that little bit longer because you're not preparing yourself properly, they might be in a rush, they might decide to overtake you, and do you know what the dangers of that could be?
Now we're going to turn right.
So about here,
Oh,
you're at a walking pace.
yeah.
What are you going to select before you start?
Oh, the
first
appropriate gear.
Yeah.
As I need it first, I'll get that one.
And why was that important?
Okay.
Why was that important?
I don't know how those vehicles up behind me, do I?
That's it. And what by you holding them up, what would that cause?
I think you're probably going to say they're going to get frustrated, aren't you?
Yeah, and also that you might force them to overtake you.
All right. Yeah.
And if you were to if they were to overtake you at that junction, what would you be forcing them to do?
On the wrong side of the road, wouldn't
That's it. And what are the dangers of that?
Somebody could turn in and hit them, couldn't they?
Yep. So what we're going to do is the next time we stop, we're going to prepare ourselves a lot quicker and a lot better. Yeah.
People are so impatient now, aren't they?
They are, but unfortunately, they may have busy lives. We don't know what's going on in their lives.
Yeah, I've got a busy life. I've got lots of patience.
Which is brilliant.
Okay?
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're going to make a fantastic driver.
Yeah.
So how are we judging our normal road positioning?
I'm glancing in those two door mirrors,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got kind of an equal distance from the cars,
Yeah.
and the centre line, 'cause it's quite a wide road, isn't it?
Yeah. And what the dangers of being...
And we're going to turn left.
And would like you to turn left. What the dangers of being close to that centre line?
I think you got a little bit worried I was going to write your car off, didn't you?
That's it.
But now I realise that I'm out there, I'll keep an eye on that.
Okay. So I'm going to let you get on with that. And if I need... We'll keep an eye on it. And see how you get on with it. So what's the speed limit for this road?
30.
And what are you travelling
About 28.
at? And why is it important to be travelling at the correct speed limit? Well, the distance you can see to be clear. Why is that important?
So I don't frustrate people.
And what could you frustrate them cause them to do?
Overtake me dangerously.
Yeah. And if they were to overtake you dangerously, what would that be causing?
They could go into head-on in one of these cars, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to the test now.
Well, you're really good at it now. You're getting the hang of it.
No, thanks.
As long as you understand the dangers of your actions, you know how to deal with them, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I think it's my wife that drags me down because I go out driving with her nearly every day in between having lessons with Bob. And
What gear do you select when you're about to stop? Was second gear alright for that actually? Just out of roll?
no, I thought that was fine.
Yeah, okay. So did I, but I just thought. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, and she just keeps telling me, slow down a bit, slow down a bit.
Well, do you know why it's important if she's telling me to slow down? Is that because the view ahead isn't clear?
No, she's telling me to slow down on the open roads and everybody's overtaking me.
Oh,
And that's when I
okay.
get the funny hand signals.
What was the speed limit of those roads?
It was 30,
And what were you travelling
and about 18.
at? Okay, well then you're driving too slow, aren't you, for those
Yeah,
road conditions?
yeah, I think I won't go out there anymore.
Yeah.
And she shouts at me as well.
Well, they do say the best marriages are when you tend to hang out least amount of time. You see less of each other, I suppose. But...
Yeah, I think I should drive quicker, and then I'll be out with less then, wouldn't I? Get home quicker.
That's it. Because we don't want to be driving too fast with the road conditions either, do we?
Oh no, I never break the speed limit. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get points in my license.
That's it. And also, why is it important not to be driving too fast? Because, you know, stopping distance.
Oh yeah, got a bit of stopping distance, like I said, to be clear. Isn't it?
That's it.